Ever wondered why Homestead was once the crown jewel of the finale? Or how tracks like Phoenix and Bristol measure up? From iconic moments to track challenges, from weather disruptions to fan experiences, we're breaking down the pros, cons, and the intense debates behind selecting the ultimate showdown's location. Whether you're rooting for high-speed drama at Daytona or intense battles at Homestead, stay tuned to NASCAR Zone. This is the discussion you've been waiting for. Strap in, race fans. It's time to hit the track. But before we move further, hit that subscribe button. Ryan Blay's disqualification and its impact. Ryan Blay, recently recognized for his commendable performance in the NASCAR arena, had a notable presence at Las Vegas. Last week, Blay was scored 6th at Las Vegas, attaining 8 stage points. This impressive showcase was emblematic of his competitive spirit and drive, positioning him well in the round of 8 opener. As the 8th seed, he was geared up for a significant playoff run, and his momentum seemed to be on an upward trajectory. Details about the reason for his disqualification. However, the subsequent post-race inspection brought a significant setback for Blay. NASCAR's meticulous examination revealed an anomaly. The left front shock in Blay's number 12 car was not compliant with the standards. It failed to meet the overall specified length. This violation is not a minor oversight, but rather a critical divergence from the set guidelines, which could potentially give a competitive advantage. Impact on the playoff grid. The ramifications of this discovery were swift and severe. Not only was Blay stripped of his commendable 6th-place finish, but he was also relegated to the last place. Additionally, the 8 stage points he had collected were rescinded. This recalibration meant every driver who had finished behind Blay in the race, and the stages would now move up by 1 position. The change shook up the existing playoff grid considerably. The post-disqualification landscape paints a challenging picture for Blay. He now languishes at the very bottom of the rankings, trailing by 56 points. This significant deficit almost mandates a win for him to stay in the hunt. Homestead Miami Speedway, which looms in the immediate future, is now a do-or-die situation for Blay. While he has had a notable 3rd-place run at Homestead back in 2020, his historical performance there isn't overwhelmingly in his favor. Furthermore, Martinsville, another crucial race, presents a mixed bag for Blay, having recorded both top 5 finishes and some misses. The route to the championship now clearly demands a win from him. Comparison with other recent disqualifications. Harvick at Talladega. One of the most significant disqualifications in recent memory, prior to Ryan Blay's, was that of Kevin Harvick at Talladega. Harvick, driving for Stewart-Haas Racing, was hit with a heavy penalty when his rear spoiler was found to be not in compliance with NASCAR regulations. Similarities with Blay's case. Both Harvick and Blay were found in violation of crucial technical specifications that potentially enhanced the performance of their respective cars. For both, the infractions were discovered during post-race inspections, leading to immediate implications on their playoff standings. Differences. Harvick's infraction was centered around aerodynamics, a crucial factor at a superspeedway like Talladega, where cars are nearly always in a draft and minute adjustments can have a big impact on speed and handling. Blay's violation pertained to shock absorbers, potentially influencing the car's handling and tire wear, but not necessarily its speed in the same direct manner. The significance of post-race inspections during playoffs. Ensuring fair play, post-race inspections ensure that all competitors are adhering to the guidelines set by NASCAR, especially during the playoffs when the stakes are elevated and the margin between victory and defeat is razor thin. It's essential to ensure that no team gains an unfair advantage by deviating from the stipulated regulations. Technical integrity. The very essence of NASCAR racing hinges on technical specifications. These guidelines exist not only to create a level playing field, but also to ensure the safety of drivers, pit crews, and fans. Variations in car specs can lead to unpredictable on-track behavior, which could be detrimental in terms of accidents and unpredictability. Playoff implications. During the playoffs, the consequences of disqualifications are amplified. Drivers are battling for every point, given that these points could mean the difference between advancing to the next round or being eliminated from championship contention. Fan and stakeholder trust. For fans and stakeholders, knowing that NASCAR is diligent about ensuring all teams play by the rules is critical. This trust underpins the credibility of the sport. Any lapse or perception of unfair advantage can erode this trust, so post-race inspections and the consequent penalties, if any, are vital in maintaining the sport's reputation. The strategy employed by Martin Truex Jr. and his crew chief, James Small. Martin Truex Jr. and his crew chief, James Small, have become a dynamic duo on the NASCAR circuit. Their strategic decisions in races have often been a point of discussion, and this season is no exception. James Small has taken a few gambles this season when it comes to pit stops, choosing to take 2 tires instead of 4 in certain situations or staying out to gain track position when others pit have been bold moves. While these decisions might seem risky, they're based on a combination of analytics, experience, and understanding the strengths of their car and driver. There have been instances where Truex and Small have played the long game, stretching fuel runs and hoping for cautions at opportune times. Such decisions can be the difference between a win and a mid-pack finish. Responding to challenges. A mark of a top team is how they respond to adversity. Whether it's coming from a poor qualifying position or recovering from in-race incidents, the strategy from the number 19 team often revolves around maximizing points and keeping an eye on the bigger picture of the championship. Arguments for Homestead as a venue. Homestead Miami Speedway has been a staple in the NASCAR calendar for many years and has held the championship race for nearly 2 decades before the rotation system was introduced. Here's why many argue for its return as a permanent championship venue. Tradition and history. Homestead has hosted some of the most iconic moments in NASCAR's modern era. Many champions have been crowned here, giving the track a special place in the sport's history. Racing quality. The track's unique progressive banking allows for multiple racing grooves, leading to side-by-side racing, intense battles, and last-lap drama. Weather. Being in Florida, the weather in November is usually conducive for racing without major interruptions. Fan experience. The facilities at Homestead have been lauded for their amenities, and the overall fan experience is often rated highly. Considerations and challenges for venue selection. Selecting the championship venue isn't just about the track itself. Many factors come into play. Geographic balance. A venue should ideally be accessible to a wide array of fans from different parts of the country. Facilities. The infrastructure, including seating capacity, parking, and amenities, needs to be top-notch for the championship event. Economic impact. Local businesses and the surrounding community should benefit from the influx of fans. Weather concerns. The risk of weather disruptions is a crucial factor, especially for a championship decider. Pros and cons of different venues. But before we jump into that, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so there are many tracks on the NASCAR circuit. Let's take a brief look at the pros and cons of a few prominent ones for hosting the championship. Phoenix Raceway. Pros. Recent renovations have improved fan experience. Unique track layout provides a different challenge for drivers. Has shown capacity to host big events. Cons. Weather can sometimes be a concern. Track layout might not always promote the most exciting racing. Bristol Motor Speedway. Pros. Known for its electric atmosphere and intense racing. High bank short track racing guarantees drama. Cons. Weather in Tennessee can be unpredictable. Due to its short track nature, a small incident can have major championship implications. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Pros. Located in a major tourist destination, ensuring a broader audience. Track provides multiple racing grooves. Cons. Can be considered a wild card due to its nature, potentially leading to unpredictable championship outcomes. Daytona International Speedway. Pros. Steeped in NASCAR history, high speed, pack racing ensures a spectacle. Cons. Restrictor plate racing can lead to major accidents impacting championship contenders, and weather concerns during certain times of the year. So what are your analysis? Comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you will never miss any update.